Who doesn't love a naturally bronzed skin color to go along with their brand new bikini for those long, hot summer days lounging by the pool, or a beautiful tan for your senior prom with your crush? But is it worth it? Chelsea sure didn't think so. Chelsea had her first indoor tanning experience when she was 14. For 6 years, she tanned for 12 minutes, 3 to 4 times a week, for a month before big events such as prom. When Chelsea was 23 years old, she had noticed a mole on her left shoulder that had scabbed over that was leaking clear fluid. Her dermatologist removed the mole, not thinking anything serious of it, only to find out 10 days later Chelsea had melanoma. The melanoma was in her lymph nodes under her left arm and on the right side of her neck, which she had surgically removed. Chelsea is not clear of melanoma simply because she got the lymph nodes removed. She has skin checks, CT scans, and treatments every 3 months. As a 24-year-old, Chelsea has had to move back home with her parents, so she has someone to take care of her after her surgeries. Her life now revolves around doctors, blood work, needles, and treatments. All of this has happened to Chelsea simply because she thought tanning would make her look prettier, and tanning could only cause skin cancer. Today I would like to persuade you to never use indoor tanning beds throughout your lifetime, for you too could be in Chelsea's shoes. Why you should not use tanning beds is expressed through 10 reasons. Indoor tanning causes skin cancer. Skin cancer is the uncontrolled growth of abnormal skin cells. It occurs when unrepaired damage to skin cells, usually caused by UV rays from fake sunlight or sunlight, triggers genetic defects that lead to rapid growth of skin cells forming malignant tumors on the skin. Ultraviolet radiation, also known as UV rays, comes in two forms during indoor tanning. UVB rays are short-wave rays that penetrate only the topmost layer of your skin, which cause your skin to redden and burn. This is also known as a sunburn. UVA rays are long-wave rays that penetrate deeper skin layers than the UVB rays. UVA rays stimulate the pigmented cells in your skin to produce melanin. Indoor tanning causes melanoma, basal cell carcinoma, and squamous cell carcinoma. Melanoma is the most dangerous and most common type of skin cancer. These malignant tumors originate in the pigment-producing melanocytes in the basal cell layer of the epidermis. Melanoma skin spots are usually black or brown, but can also be skin-colored, pink, red, purple, white, or blue. Melanoma cases are most commonly found in people who frequently are exposed to UV radiation. Melanoma has been estimated to kill 10,130 people in the United States, according to skincancer.org. If you refer to your visual aid, up in the top right-hand corner is a picture of someone that has melanoma. You can see that it's blackish, brownish. It's not very normal. Basal cell carcinoma are abnormal, uncontrolled growths that ascend in the skin's basal cell layers, basal cells, which are in the deepest layer of the outermost layer of the skin. They are said to look like open sores, red patches, pink growths, shiny bumps, or even scars. If you refer back to your visual aid, it's in the left-hand side of your paper, and it's obviously you can tell it's red, reddish in the middle, and then outside it's pink. Squamous cell carcinoma, like basal cell carcinoma, are uncontrolled growths of abnormal cells rising in the squamous cells on the skin's upper layers. The growths often look like open sores or warts that crust and bleed. You might just think they are small sores when in fact they could kill you. More than 1 million cases of squamous cell carcinoma are diagnosed every single year in the United States. If you refer back to your visual aid, the one under the melanoma is a squamous cell carcinoma, and it does look like a scabbed crust with it's a gross outer ring of the pink stuff. In fact, using a tanning bed before the age 35 increases your risk of melanoma by 59%. Raise your hand if you have used a tanning bed. Oh, I was like, I'm surprised. Little did you know that women under the age of 30 are six times more likely to develop melanoma with the use of artificial sunlight. Using indoor tanning just once increases your risk of squamous cell carcinoma by 67% and basal cell carcinoma by 29%, according to AAD.org. Indoor tanning can also cause your skin texture to change in premature aging, wrinkles, and age spots. When UV rays reach your skin, they network with melanin, which is a natural chemical in the skin that absorbs the UV rays that protects your skin from the sun damage, giving you that tan skin. When your skin exceeds too many UV rays, that's what causes you to get the sunburn instead of the tan from the melanin. If your skin receives too much damage from UV rays, This is where premature aging, wrinkles, and age spots come into play. Another thing I learned from the OdysseyOnline.com is that if you are a female taking birth control pills while you are indoor tanning, you could develop melasma. Melasma causes patchy brown, tan, or bluish-gray facial skin discoloration that appears on the forehead, upper cheeks, upper lip, and the chin in women aging anywhere from 20 to 50 years old. Indoor tanning increases your risk of potentially blinding eye diseases or cancer of the eye. For those of you who have tan in a tanning bed, have you ever not wore the protective eye goggles because you didn't want your eyes to be white while your face is tan? I personally am a victim of doing this. I would like to share with you guys the story of 23-year-old Sam who lost her eyesight entirely due to never bothering to wear the goggles during her 10 years of tanning. Sam began tanning in her teen years. She refused to wear the goggles in fear that it would make her look weird with her face being tan and her eyelids being white. She began to notice redness and itching in her eyes, which she thought was just bloodshot, tired eyes, until 3 months later, the redness spread into the brown iris part of her eye. She was diagnosed with pterygium, which is an eye growth caused by UV light. Sam did have surgery to remove the growths from her eyes, but they will not always remain removed. There's a high chance they will return. If you refer to your visual aid, the eye on there is the pterygium, so it's the growth caused by the UV radiation, and as you can see, that growth started in the blood vessels and grew into the iris of her eye. Along with eye growths, cataracts and cancers of the eye have been reported due to people who use indoor tanning. Cataracts is the clouding of the eye's lens. It can cause your vision to become blurry, cloudy, and things don't seem as bright or clear as what they once were. Cancer of the uvea, which is the middle layer of tissue under the white of the eye, is also caused from indoor tanning. Indoor tanning can cause immunity suppression. UVB rays from the tanning bed interfere with proper functioning of the body's immune system due to the damage caused by the skin, causing your body to lose its natural first defense system, making you more vulnerable to diseases. Indoor tanning is addictive. UV radiation from tanning beds releases endorphins and other feel-good chemicals, allowing you to feel relaxed while you're tanning. According to AAD.org, 35% of American adults, 59% of college students, and 17% of the teens in the United States use tanning beds. 7.8 million adult women and 1.9 million men use indoor tanning. 10.6% of all female high school students have tanned indoors. 15.2% of those high school students were Caucasian females. Melanoma is increasing faster in women 15 to 29 years old than young men of the same age. Indoor tanning industry's revenue was actually estimated to be $2.6 billion in 2010. ABCDEs of identifying skin cancer are the asymmetry, so one half of the mole doesn't match the other half, border irregularity, color that is not uniform, the diameter that is greater than 6 millimeters, so it's the size of a pencil eraser, and evolving size, shape, or color. So if you refer to your visual aid again, up in the top left-hand corner, you can see on the top that is what all of the ABCDEs are supposed to be, and on the bottom is the wrongs of them. Thoughts about tanning beds that are said to be true. Indoor tanning uses safer UVA rays than natural sunlight. This is false. Tanning beds use artificial rays, which are the #1 causing UV rays of skin cancer. In fact, people that use tanning beds are said to receive 5 times the amount of UVA radiation than they would from natural sunlight. Tanning beds give you a base tan so you aren't burned. This is also false. A suntan for getting a base tan can be just as dangerous as getting a sunburn. People who tan without getting sunburns have a higher risk of getting cancer because they receive more UV exposure laying in a tanning bed than they would over their lifetime from natural sunlight. Tanning beds also give you all your vitamin D. This statement is false. There are numerous ways to receive your vitamin D, such as standing in the natural sunlight 10 to 15 times a day, 10 to 15 minutes a day, and multivitamins and different foods. Recommendations to steer clear from skin cancer include: you should seek shade, especially between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. because that is when the sun is at its hottest, putting off the most UV radiation. Do not burn if you are going to be in the sun. Avoid tanning outside and in UV tanning beds. Cover up with clothing if you are expected to be outside for a long period of time. Apply sunscreen to entire body visible to sunlight 30 minutes before you go outside. Make sure you are reapplying the sunscreen if you are sweating or swimming. Keep newborns out of the sun. Examine your body head to toe every month to check for unsuspected moles or growths. See physician every year for professional skin exam. It is obvious that something needs to be done, but what? What could make indoor tanning customers realize that the temporary tan isn't worth it? Skin cancer among tanning beds is more frequent than lung cancer is to smokers. Entering the tanning bed is equal to smoking 1 pack of cigarettes. If people were made more aware of the daunting statistics of this bad habit, there would be less indoor tanning users. There are so many more options to get that summer tan you are looking for, such as spray tans or the commonly known self-tanning lotions. So the next time you or someone you know thinks about getting in a tanning bed, remember what it can do to you and your body in the long run. Is there any questions? Yes, Kristen.
So the basal cell carcinoma
Mm-hmm.
and the other one,
Mm-hmm.
they're not moles, right?
They can be a type of mole, but they're basically going to be like a lesion or like a growth. They're gonna come out of nowhere. Yeah.
So you're telling us not to tan at all?
I mean, it's necessary for you to obviously get some kind of sunlight, or you're gonna be albino. But you should only spend like 10 to 15 minutes a day in the sunlight.
So
Not
like tanning
No, you shouldn't use a tanning bed.
bed. No, not in a tanning bed like outside.
Oh, well, yeah, but you shouldn't exceed more than 20 minutes in it outside.
Okay.
Thank you.